How are we doing, guys? We're going to do some shoulders and glutes today. So with the shoulders, I've got 10-pound dumbbells and a band, and for the glutes, I've got one fabric resistance band, or you can use a rubber one as well. But first and foremost, we're going to start warming up those joints. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a light resistance band, place it around my wrist, and we're going to open and close. Open and close. 8, 9, 10. We're going to start at the hips, and we're going to come up overhead, keeping the band wider, keeping your hands wider than your hips. And 10, we're going to go into some hamstring kicks. One more. And hip circles, 5 to the back, 5 to the front. To the front. Switch sides, 5 to the back, 5 to the front. And switch it up. 5, let's put those bands around the knees. I'm going to be using a fabric band for it, so it's a little bit thicker, a little bit more resistant than the rubber ones, but rubber ones will work just fine. So I'm going up right above my knees here. Okay, we're going to start off with some side steps. Give me 20, 19. Two, woo, lost my balance, and 1. All right, we're going to start with the band off. We'll be putting it back on in just a second. So we're going to start off with some lateral raises. Okay, I want you to just warm up the lateral raises. So we're going to bend the elbows, and we're going to come up and back down with 90 degrees in those elbows. And set those weights down. Give me some big arm circles to the back. Let's switch to the front. 10 to the front, 2. All right, we're going to start off with the band on, doing a reverse lunge, bringing our feet together, lateral raise at the top. All right. Reverse lunge with a lateral raise. So it's going to be a really small lunge since we have our bands on. It's not going to be a wide lunge. You're going to keep it more narrow. Lunge down, feet come together. Lateral raise, I'm going to stay on the same leg for 6. One more. And then we'll switch sides. Lunge back, so we're doing 12 lateral raises total. 6. Let's set the weights down. Just give your grip a rest, but we'll keep the band on since we're going back to the other side. And grab water if you need it. Oh man, we missed out. Alright, let's do those 12 lateral raises, 6 lunges on each leg. Switch it up. Three more. And 6. Alright, let's take one more rest for that last final set. So we'll be doing lateral raises, front raises, shoulder press, and upright rows for those shoulders. Let's get it done. Last one. Lunge, lat raise. Switch sides. And 6, set them down. Shoulders are feeling it. We're not doing heavy glutes today, it's just a little extra movement for those glutes. Let me turn the fan on. So I'll be doing this little auxiliary work today for the glutes, and then later on in the week I'll do some more heavy glute focused exercises. Today will be kind of lighter. Higher rep, lighter weight. Okay, next exercise. We're going to separate the shoulders and the legs. We're going to squat down, and we're stepping back using the same leg right here for 20. And then we're going to go into our upright rows with those weights, and we'll superset those two moves. Alright, give me 20. They're like step backs. It's not really a kickback. I want you to control the step on the way out and on the way in. Alright, here we go for 20. That standing leg might feel it too. Ten more. Two, one, switch sides, 20. Ten, 9, 1. Booty's burning. All right, upright rows. We're gonna power up, control down. Explode, control. We're going to 10, 2 more. And 10, all right, this time we're gonna do a kick back. So if you wanna hold a wall, you can lean into the wall and we're kicking back for 20. So you can see me right here. Yeah, all right, 20 times, kick. Halfway, 10 more. One, switch sides. Halfway. One, all right, we got one more. Upright rows. 2 more upright rows, 1 more kickbacks. Power up, control down, 1. Going back to the kickbacks for 20. Ready? I'm going to try to move my band down lower to make it a little bit more challenging. So the lower on your leg, the more challenging it will be. Oh yeah. 4. 10 more. 3, 2, and 1. Switch. Three, 2, and 1. Release it. Yeah, now you're ready. Upright rows. One more time. Up. Release it. All right, we're gonna be seated for this next superset. We're gonna do a hip abductor and a reverse fly. Okay, for the hip abductor, we're gonna be seated. We're taking the knees out and in, try to keep those feet together. We're gonna go for 20, and then when we do the fly, we're gonna be seated but in a hip hinge. So scoot to the edge of your chair, hip hinge, nice spot back. and we'll work on the back of that shoulder there. All right, 20 abductors, ready? And 1, 10 reverse flies. Make sure they're nice and controlled. Alright, let's go back. We're just supersetting. We're working different muscle groups. So we're working shoulders, hips are getting the rest. While we're working hips, shoulders get the rest. Ten more. And 1, back to that fly. And 10. Whew, this is tough. All right, one more set, 20 times. And 1, back to the fly. And rest. This is tough. All right, we're gonna do one more superset here with a front raise. We're gonna do a suitcase squat with our band on and then up into a front raise. Let's see if we should separate them or keep them together. All right, we're gonna combine the two, just like we did with the lunge and the lateral raise, squat and front raise for this one. So feet are a little bit more narrow just so that you can keep the dumbbells on the outside of the legs. Front raise. All right, we're doing 10 of them. Ready, 3, 2, 1, squat. And 10, release it. Take a breather in between this one, just like we did for the lunges. You got a finisher at the end. This is not the last thing we're doing. You got a glute and shoulder finisher coming up. All right, let's do it again, second set. And 10, relax. Let those muscles relax for about 30 seconds and go to that third and final set before I finish it. Here we go, last one. Got those weights. And 10, release it. Alright, we're going to do one more superset and then our finishing. Our last one, we've got shoulder presses and hip bridges. So when we do our hip bridge, we're going to take our shoulders to our bench or our chair. And we're going to lift and lower right here. And then we're going to sit back up on the chair for shoulder presses. Last superset, and then we'll do our finishing. Give me 10 hip bridges. Make sure the knees are staying in line with those hips. And 10. Actually, I'm going to stay seated on the ground to work my core for the shoulder press. So you want to make sure you have good posture here. And then I'll just stay on the ground for that next hip bridge. Alright, we're doing Arnold presses. We're going to start with the palms facing you. And then we're going to rotate as we press up, palms face away. Coming back down, let's go for 10. Reps. Back to the hip bridge. I'm just going to stay on the ground for this one. Making sure my knees stay out. Keeping tension throughout the band. And release it. Let's go right into that press for 10. Ooh, 10 reps. Last set, hip bridges. And release it. That burns. Alright, last set of presses. All right, time for the finisher. We're gonna stay with the legs only, and we're going back to the top. 10 reps of every leg exercise that we did. So we're gonna start off with 10 reverse lunges. We'll go into 10 kickbacks on each side. We'll go into 10 hip abductors. We'll go into 10 squats, and finish up with 10 hip bridges. And then we're gonna do the same exact thing with those shoulders. So this is technically our 4th set, and we're not taking any rest in between them. All right, let's do 10 lunges. Same leg for 10. Switch it up. Feet together, we're stepping back. Same leg for 10. 1. Switch legs 10 times. Burning out the boobies. And 10. We're sitting down for those hip abductors. 10 times. Out. 1. Out. 2. And 10. We're standing up. 10 squats. Hip bridges for 10. Last one. Lift, up, up. 1. Halfway. And release it. All right, let's take those bands off for good. And hit these shoulders one last time. So we got lateral raises for 10. Upright rows for 10. Reverse flies for 10. Front raise for 10. Arnold press for 10. 5 things in a row, 10 reps of everything with no rest. Okay, let's start off with the lateral raises. Ready, give me 10. Upright rows for 10. Slow on the way down. We're seated for that hip hinge reverse fly. Seated hip hinge. Back's nice and flat. 10 flies, let's go. Cool, I'm burning out. 8, 9, 10. I gotta plug my laptop in. All right, we're going into front raises. Here we go, front raises for 10, military press. Ready, up. 1, 2, there's 10. Right into that military, so last set. Palms face you, press up and rotate. 1. And 10, release it. We're done. A little finish at the end. And now it's time to stretch. Got a message on my computer. All right, it's time to stretch. Let's go ahead, if you have that chair behind you still, you can have a seat on it. And we're gonna take the arm across the body. And switch. And release, we're gonna go figure 4. Let's cross the leg over and hinge forward so we stretch that glute out. Switch them up. Try to keep that foot flexed so that knee stays nice and secure. And release it. Go work out band, glute workout, and a little bit of shoulders. See you guys next time.